Hello everybody and welcome back to the Bus Videos YouTube channel. You join me back with OMSI 2, but on a different map. We've got a red London bus in front of us with a Abellio, now known as Transport UK, in London. Now we are in London, but we're not in the normal South London map. No, we're at Southend Terminus at Hampstead Heath on the 24, and we're finally, after quite a few months of me having the map and just not being able to drive it, I think other maps have just come out in the way, or I've just sort of forgotten about it, to be quite honest with you. I'm incredibly excited to be finally having a drive of the 24 service that I believe, according to the description around this bus and around the map, should I say, the 24 I think is the oldest unchanged service in central London, something like that. So you watch now, it'll have been changed. The 24 was also one of the, I believe, the first service to get a full LT new Routemaster. That's these buses here, new bus for London, new Routemaster, a full new Routemaster allocation. At the time, just before this, I think they had about 6 or something like that. They had quite a few floating around on sort of central London services, but the 24 was the first service in which a full massive batch of these was launched in mass. So the 24 was the first service to be fully taken over by new Routemasters, and it seems quite appropriate to drive it now when there's discussion of the new Routemasters getting withdrawn, getting sold on potentially, and getting replaced by products from, I believe, BYD in China is the current idea of who's going to replace the new Routemaster. Now, whether that happens or not, it's a different question, but we'll discuss that as we go on. So the bus is already blinded up for our run to Pimlico. Pimlico. There is going to be discussion on that destination name, but hey ho, we've got the bus set up. We are quite low on the driving position actually. It's a bit odd. Oh, they're not going to get on here. Brilliant. Now the one thing I'm not a fan of with this is because of how I've set up my controllers. It does for the doors, it does mean I have to manually close the rear one every time, but hey ho, we'll manage. I will make a move. We're not going to be abiding by the timetable. It does say 51 minutes. We are just going to keep going on this one. Oh, we pop out of there. So the idea is I'll probably do this run in the actually, oh, didn't want to do that, do this one in the actually allocated vehicle type, the standard vehicle type, and then I'll probably do the return trip in the in a Trident or something different, just for a bit of variety. So I believe the 24 on the map states that it's running every 10 minutes. I believe it's more frequent at peak times. I am also under the impression that around peak hours there are curtailments, and all of the curtailment blinds do work, so you can just put your own route curtailments in. That we probably will also do in a future video, just something a little bit different, just to show you where the bus turns around, something like that. So there are route curtailments that are booked into the timetable, so there are ones that will just pop up randomly on duties. So if you do pick like a full shift kind of thing, you might bump into a random curtailment. Then there's also the ones that you can sort of put in yourself. So there is a nice mix of a couple that you can sort of also just choose to do yourself if you want. So a nice mix really. I wanted that camera to swizzle, but that was optimistic thought. There we go. That looks okay there. I like that. It's very difficult to get central London screenshots. I do like my usual countryside runs, like the previous video. They're more my cup of tea. That's why I don't tend to do that many of these. But every so often it is nice to have a little drive in the city. And as I say, the 24 map does need some appreciation. It is really highly detailed, highly realistic. from the videos and bits and bobs and screenshots that I've seen, really is realistic. And as I say, the 24 itself is such an iconic London bus service, London bus route, and it is worth having a little drive off. Something a little bit different for us. So yeah, believe it or not, there is discussion for Boris Johnson. Yes, the politician who was once all over the news and people have just now tended to forget about. The Boris Johnson buses, Boris buses, are now looking into being withdrawn. So they did replace Citaros, that in turn replaced original Routemasters. There was discussion when the Citaros were introduced as if they would last the same 50 years that the Routemasters, original Routemasters lasted, to which the answer to that was no. And believe it or not, the pendybuses are likely, at the rate we're going at, likely to outlast the vast majority of new Routemasters as well. That I do think is quite ironic. It is a shame. I always like going on these when I go to London. They do take a bit of getting used to, but I do like them. I mean, they are non-standard. They are non-standard. They are really random. They are very much a mad politician's bus design, whether you like it or not. That's what it was. Boris wanted a bus. Boris got a bus. That kind of idea behind it. But even then, I mean, Wrights bus built them. They were built relatively well. I mean, they were hybrids, that has helped with cleaner air, stuff like that. So they were hybrid vehicles. They weren't stupidly loud. They did contribute something to London. It wasn't just a take kind of situation. They did contribute, but as with everything non-standard, there does come a time when it does stop being practical to run them. The practical element of operating these vehicles, unfortunately isn't there anymore. So there we go. Thank you. So as a result of that, that's why they get shut of them, and that's why they'll probably be going, and probably the likelihood is they'll end up going in favour of fully electric vehicles, being BYD or not. It will be electric vehicles that do end up replacing these on most corridors. But then that does bring the discussion point of what will happen after these go. Because just like the Bendies, when they were withdrawn, and just like going back to the DMSs, so a few of you will know where I'm going with this, the DMSs when they were withdrawn, and the Titans when they were withdrawn. There's going to be a load of these available en masse, and they're probably going to be available for quite cheap, because there's not going to be that much of a market for them. However, is there going to be a market? Is there going to be an actual future for these vehicles? Now, depending on operator, everybody will have their own opinion, their own idea. Having discussed it with sort of some people I know in the industry and done my own research and bits like that, I have come to the conclusion that there is definitely a future for some of these vehicles if used correctly, respected correctly, and obviously utilised on the correct corridors. I mean, think about it. Big football events and things like that. They do have quite a few seats. They have quite a lot of standing area. They have 3 doors. So for football events, event shuttles like that, short workings bits, and university shuttles, they've got the 3 doors. They've got a unique body layout that some cities might see as sleek and fancy. So you put LED destination blinds in them, they've got quite a fancy, sleek layout. So cities could use them to upgrade their fleets without having to necessarily invest in brand new design. So they are quite a sleek, fancy design that I think, as I say, developers could likely get away with promoting and signing off of their own if people haven't been to London, or they paint them enough in a livery that people don't recognise them as new Routemasters. You've got that idea where they could be relaunched on key corridors. As I say, you've got events work, bits like that. As I say, any sort of shuttle that requires high people movement, anything like that. I mean, possibly even airport transfers. I mean, I don't know, like you could use it sort of airport to city, something like that. Advertise it as a sleek, unique design of service. Oh, in Camden, excellent. I like Camden. I do have a soft spot for Camden Town. I do like the Wetherspoons at Camden Town. I should have really, on my visit, I should have really gone to some other pubs, went with a group of people to watch a band. So I went with the band. Basically went down with them. We had an absolutely lovely time. Oh, Sex Education, good film. No promos here, but good film. But yeah, had a really good time in Camden. There we go, Camden Lock. I've been here in real life, bizarrely. I don't get to say that usually when it comes to London stuff. Apart from really central London, I don't get to say it. But I have actually been around here. This is quite cool. No, I didn't mind the Wetherspoons. I did thoroughly enjoy my visit to the Wetherspoons in Camden. I think went to the odd other pub as well. I had a little look around central London. Got some really good books from the Transport Museum that day. And if you are ever in London and you do find yourself by Covent Garden, even if you've been round the Transport Museum or you're not bothered about going round the Transport Museum, it's always worth going into the London Transport Museum, heading straight upstairs in the shop to the specialised section, because they sell all sorts of London bus models, London tube models. They have discounted books from all over the country, usually quite modern releases as well. Then they have their own set of unique books and absolute DVDs, everything up there. So if you are ever in central London, you find yourself at Covent Garden, you're not too bothered about the museum, you do like your collectibles and bits like that, do have a look at the shop, but make sure you go upstairs, because that's where all of the proper enthusiast stuff is. I mean, as I say, I must have spent at least half an hour in there, possibly longer. It was a very good haul that day. Very good haul.
24 to Pimlico.
I am due another visit to London. I mean, I say that as I film this video. Believe it or not, I am actually the day that this video releases, I will have actually been to London. That I can't usually say. I'm due another visit to London. Yeah, I'm on bus videos, I'm on central, whatever you want to refer to today, for the sake of this video. Yeah, the day that this video is released, I will have been in London. I will have genuinely visited London. That's pretty cool. That doesn't usually happen like that. I mean, I won't have been in central London. The day that this video releases is the low floor-ish running day that's happening just outside of sort of East London way. So I will have been at that, and there will be probably an and more central video on that, potentially, possibly be a video on that at some point. As discussed in the previous video, I do have a summer takeover plan, so if I do a video, if there is a video of the low floorish running day, it will likely be an additional upload, rather than one that ends up waiting till the autumn, as that's one of them that you do kind of have to release at the time you film it. I have been down here on a Boris bus. I've genuinely been down this road on a new Routemaster. This is actually pretty cool. I have actually been down here in one of these. Again, not something I can usually say, but that is pretty awesome.
24 to
I genuinely been down this road on one of these buses. Not the 24, I think I went on something else, but I have been down this. I've been down this road on a new Routemaster. There we go. Wait, straight round. We are just entirely botching the lines that we're in, but it's fine. It's fine. Oh, Covent Garden Station. Yes, I remember all of this.
Slow it down, please.
There we go. I am slowing it down. Oh no, it's Mornington Street Station. Mornington Street, so we have already left Camden Town. Oh, okay. Now decided to overtake. Very London. And then slams all on. Very London. Oh, are you okay? Oh, you're just gonna try and drive into me. Okay, I don't know what that car was doing, but I'm going on my way. This is pretty cool though, being able to drive around Camden Town.
Slow it down, please.
It's fine. This is cool. Should have probably put the next stop is closed, but it didn't give me any warning. So I just haven't messed with the iBus, it's fine. Everybody knew, nobody's rung the bells, so it's not be all and end all. No, this is pretty awesome. I do like this map. I think stuff like this just sort of fills a gap. Sort of fills a gap when we've got, like, obviously we've got South London. I think something like this is obviously people do know Camden Town well. We do like Camden Town, so this is sort of like, we've got all the iconic stuff of South London, Waterloo, Trafalgar Square, bits like that, but Camden Town is also quite an iconic place. I mean, the next one I would argue was probably Stratford. I mean, I haven't been to Stratford myself. I'm probably gonna have gone by the time this video's out. So at the time I'm recording it, I haven't been. But the time that this video has been released, by the time of the next 24 video, when we probably do this route in return, I will have been to Stratford. But yeah, I think I'm a bit early. I'm gonna assume I'm quite early. All those people are going to miss the next bus as well because the two was wandering back to the stop. If they'd just beeline straight to me, I could have let them on. How early am I then? I'm only 8 minutes. He's 2 minutes late. We'll keep progressing. It's fine.
The driver has been instructed to wait at this bus stop for a short time to help even out the service.
Yeah, because the other bus is just in front. Oh, come on, you lot can jump on. I don't mind. I'm not evil. You missed the one in front, and I'm early, so it's like 18 minutes to wait for the next one. Not that awful. I love how my side blinds has just been wobbling for the entire run. It's just that wibble wobble. No, I'm not driving. I'm not going that quick now. You can calm down. These buses would probably also work. Might live to regret this, but might also work in Manchester. Now, not on every single corridor, but predominantly the Wilmslow Road corridor. Now you'd have to rethink how you do the doors to obviously benefit fully from 3 doors, i.e. you'd probably want that, I don't know, ticket ticket gates at potentially the middle doors. You make the front 2 doors entry doors. You have a driver selling tickets at the front. You have a tap-on, tap-off scanner that somebody has to scan, and then the gates open to let them through in the middle doors, and then your rear doors you use to exit. That could potentially work. Oh, we got a lot of lag. Oh, a lot of lag. Why have we lost frames? We've lost a lot of frames. We've lost a lot of frames. A lot of frames. Oh my goodness me, this is it's not like in this road at all. Oh my goodness me, it's like... Yeah, it doesn't like this road at all, goodness me. Just slowed right down as the game, I don't know why. Just a lot of detail in this section as we presumably go into central London. Gosh, it isn't half lagging. Those of you watching it on the screen thinking, hang on a second, is there something up with my phone or laptop? No, this is genuinely what I'm experiencing. This is bad. Even South London doesn't have this bad lag. This is a bit too much detail, I think. Because I don't think I've ever driven a map which, in recent times, which is this bad. I don't know why it is just so bad, but it's just not. There we go. Just didn't want to know. There we go. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. I think it just needed. I think it was just a bit uncertain about loading the bits in front, but that was pretty poor. My apologies for that. I've been on the 29. I like the 29 because it's got B5 hybrids on it, Arriva ones. And I think they are getting shut off.
No, I'm very joking. Can you stop the
I'm
bus
stopped. I'm moaning and groaning, and yet I'm not moving. I've still got a fair bit of run to go. So, I mean, these could work on the B network on Wilmslow Road, on the University Corridor. As I say, you put tap-on, tap-off devices on the middle doors. People can just tap on and tap off. Put them on the middle doors. Oh, there are people. People have spawned. Put tap-on, tap-off devices on the middle doors, so you can tap on and then it lets you through some gates, and have the rear door as an exit-only door. I mean, you've got, obviously, Stagecoach has inspectors there anyway at the moment, so you could retain inspectors at busy stops. And that would be these would be the perfect people movers on that corridor. Absolutely spot on. I mean, you're not the highest in the world for capacity, but you've got enough standing room. You've got the speediness of the boarding that I think is the main killer on that corridor at the moment. Is just purely how slow it is to board and alight passengers with one door. I think even dual door vehicles would be more useful on that corridor. Like, having experienced it firsthand, I mean, all it takes is to be the bus in front, and you can lose 10 minutes. And there's about 5 or 6 of you coming together. So I think even dual door vehicles will work, but something like this could definitely work for it.
What's this traffic here now? Down on these corners, take the glass.
Pimlico, there we go, Pimlico. Holland and Barrett. Quality. Well, this is nice. Now that the game is chilled out of it, I think it had loaded too many tiles in at once. I think we still had a couple of Camden tiles, and then it was trying to start with the north part of central London. I think they like OMSI 2 were just like, I don't know what to do. So sometimes helping it out a little bit does provide a much better quality run. We must be a couple of light sets behind that bus in front because we just have not caught it up at all. I'm quite early as well. I mean, we're due at the other end in just over 20 minutes. So, as I say, it's not a really slow let's set about run. This is a very much London foot down, let's go run. Although I do always think with these London-based maps that the detail on them is just always extraordinary. I mean, just look at this. There's little mopeds there as well, and there's people walking down the streets, and then we've got telephone box, we've got the benches. I mean, just the sheer detail on this map, like the love and care that the person who has made this map has put into it is just absolutely phenomenal. It really, really is phenomenal. Like, some serious thought has gone into this map. Really, really has. I mean, people have said it is an absolute phenomenal map, and I cannot agree with them more. It's just the detail on this is phenomenal, and then it just always just strikes me when you think, hang on a second, they've released this as a freeware map. I mean, I've paid money for maps that are probably half the quality of this in the past, across board. I mean, not just on about UK maps, but about like the European ones as well. But I've sort of paid money for maps that are probably not even half the quality of this, paid good money for them. So it is such a contrast. I mean, yes, there will be some London assets used from the payware map, thus why this can't be released as payware. But even then, I mean, just look at the detail. Just look at this street. What's going on? We've got London Evening Standard van. Got all the people. We've got the rubbish there. We've got the bins. We've got the telephone boxes. We've got all the buildings. We've got bikes. We've got more rubbish. We've got all the people walking. You just look at all this detail. I mean, you go to London and you do the 24, and I guarantee, unless I have changed the route since, and I guarantee this scenery will be identical, absolutely identical. I mean, just look at just little posters on the trees for the diversions and just everything. The attention to detail on this map is just absolutely phenomenal. Really, really is phenomenal. And I'm genuinely blown away with just how high quality this map is. I'm absolutely blown away by it. Absolutely blown away. Because I've seen detailed maps before, but it's everywhere. This is what I mean. It's just absolutely, the detail is just absolutely phenomenal. Really, really is phenomenal. Oh, I'm about Trafalgar Square. I've come in the top. Oh wow, I jumped on a 29 bus at the opposite side of the road. And what we've just done, I did on the 29. Oh my goodness me, just look at this. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Really, really, really is. Really, really is good. I mean, yes, these objects are probably from Project London and the London Project, because the London Project does come here. You can drive through here on the 12. So that's probably where these have come from and what have. But even then, I mean, it's just absolutely mind blowing. Really, really is. The detail on this map is just so consistent, so high quality, but also just so consistent at the same time. So I just genuinely cannot get over the quality just of this map, just how much is going on. It is just absolutely phenomenal.
24 to Pimlico.
I have now genuinely caught up to the bus in front again. Oops. I don't know what that van's doing, but we're going because it just seems to have panicked. There we go, we'll go around the van. Again, I've walked down here, I've been on a bus down here. We'll just keep going, just for the banter. We'll actually pretend that there's a bus that's late for once. We haven't done that for a long time. We've caught up to a bus. We'll probably end up getting to terminus before this one does, to be fair.
24 to Pimlico.
At least it's something different, I suppose. It just shows I've just been doing quite well for time. Yeah, doing very well for time, actually. I think we're due at the other side on the scheduled time from the stop that we're at. We should get there in 20 minutes. We'll probably do it in about 15.
Postcards parade.
Now, the one thing this map is missing is other AI buses along here. That is definitely one thing that this map is missing. I think it's something you notice a lot more in sort of the London, the main London map, South London, is because there's so many different services. Even if you don't have the AI buses turned on, there's still a lot going on, but they do have a couple of extra AI vehicles. Here you do notice that you've not got the extra AI. You do notice it. We're actually getting off the bus. There we go.
24 to Pimlico.
If you've not got on the 24 in front, I'm not letting you on this one, because you should have got on the one in front. It was sat there. I don't know why you've waited for my bus. Oh, we're now loading in Westminster. Oh, the game has crashed. It doesn't want to load in Westminster. There's clearly been too much political talk around Westminster, so the OMSI has decided, it's like, no, we're not doing politics. I'd appreciate it if it did reloading, because it hasn't just frozen like it normally does. It's actually, yes, the whole screen's gone off. There we go. Oh gosh. Oh goodness. I haven't had a map reset like that one in quite a while, actually. That was interesting, but hey ho. Keeps it exciting, I suppose. Keeps it exciting. I'm gonna offload right back here so that people don't act like they're wanting my bus again. There's no excuse not to get on the 24 at the front, because we are the same thing.
24 to Pimlico.
I think I knocked it out of gear then when I shut the doors. Oh, that car's just no indication, just died into me. Okay. We got past the bus at this point. We will overtake the bus at this point, I think. I mean, as I say, I should be 10 minutes behind that, but hey ho, these things happen. These things happen, and we're not too fussed about the time, and we're not too fussed about speeding, because it is only a simulator. This is cool again because once again I have actually been down the road we're about to go down. Another cool fact. Oh, where are you going? Just guessing where other car drivers are going. Well, AI traffic. I mean, at least it's realistic. This is realistic. We can't knock that. Now, the building to the left, I believe, is Westminster Abbey. I've been inside there many years ago. And again, another random factoid. But I've been around Westminster Abbey. I've also been around the Houses of Parliament. I've had quite an experience in my time, but I have also been around the Houses of Parliament before. To be fair, I didn't realise the door walked up to the front door, and that's why I just opened the middle door, because naturally that was where I'd stopped, but the door walked up by the time I shut the front door. As they do.
St James's Park Station.
I must say, your driving is imp.
I do hope that the future area of the map has loaded in. Oh, there we go. Because I was just looking then and I was like, hang on a second, it looks like our future road has not loaded itself in. We might have had a slight problem.
Westminster City Hall.
I've also been along here. No, none of them are walking up to the bus. Let's keep going.
Westminster Cathedral.
Oh,
Victoria
we
Station.
are quite early. We are quite early. Keeps it exciting though, I suppose. Have we even lost the other bus now? Yeah, we have. We've even lost the other bus. That is an achievement and a half. I managed to lose the bus in front. Oops. I've overtaken the bus that should be 10 minutes in front of me and left it for dust. Again, not something I tend to regularly achieve. Hey, back at Victoria Coach Station.
To Pimlico.
Well, Victoria Station, not the coach station. So the Victoria Station... Oh, there's a couple of AI bits there. It's straight ahead. That's Victoria. Victoria Station, just over there. There's actually buses packed up in there as well. Ah, there's 38. So there are some AI vehicles, just none in certain sections. I do like the fact that there's the 170. So yes, I do take back what I said. And there is some AI vehicles. They are just in selected parts that arguably I'd rather them around the Victoria area than all over central London, because obviously we know the crack around Trafalgar Square and bits like that, and so it's quite nice to see the AI stuff in this part. It would have been quite nice though. Oh gosh, I've had a low frames warning. I haven't had one of them in years. That was a low frames warning. Your frames are below this much. I'm like, yeah, I'm staring at AI vehicles. This is going to happen. Yeah, 52 Metro Line. Very nice.
Warwick Way.
I mean, as I say, it would have been quite nice to. I don't know what that says. It would have been quite nice to have sort of a 29 AI bus, like when we were doing the Camden to Trafalgar. That bus just went through a traffic light. Doing the Camden to Trafalgar Square bit. It would have been quite nice to have an AI 29 alongside as a couple of them, like a 134 potential, bits like that. Purely because that corridor that we did is usually quite busy. You are usually sort of like chasing buses down and not necessarily competing for customers, but you do fight for people along there between the other buses. So it would have been quite cool to reflect that, although I do understand obviously frame rate does have an influence, because as you can see now it's not the happiest in the world that it's just had to load up a load of buses at Victoria Station.
To Pimlico.
Although to be fair, it's really weird to then sort of shoot out of Victoria and go down this kind of road. I was expecting it. Oh, there we go. Frames of. We've now left Victoria, basically.
Say your driving is
Scan around these
impeccable.
corners.
There we go. Thought I better not go for a red light. It's only a simulator, but that was not going to be a red light. I could have just turned around and gone, yeah, that was fine. No, we must be nearly there because the frame rate's gone quite good again. And as I say, means that we are out of the Victoria precinct where it was loading in a million buses. Look at this. We've left in a million buses. So it seems to be a little bit more forgiving now. The only thing that's really annoying on this in London generally is the traffic lights take forever to change.
What's this driver doing?
Not much, love. Lights aren't changing. Not much. Should have just gone for it. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay, it's fine. You've given me some level of remorse. Oh, the other one has caught us up. It has as well. Let's get a nice screenshot. Let's see if there's a screenshot up in here somewhere. I think there is. Yeah, there we go. As I'm pulling away, the other one is arriving into the stand. At least the screenshot doesn't reveal who's running late, who's early.
St George's Square, Pimlico Station.
Oh, we're nearly there. That's why the frame rate's gone. Well, it's very nice round here, goodness me. Very big houses.
To Pimlico.
This is a very nice route. I mean, it takes about 35-40 minutes to do if you just keep going and don't really look at the timings. 50 minutes is the official timetabled timing, and I imagine if you do up the traffic a bit, make it a bit more exciting. I do imagine that 50 minutes is probably cutting it fine, but either way, still a fairly enjoyable run, isn't it?
To Pimlico. Alderley Street.
Battersea Bus Garage.
To Pimlico. Winchester Street.
Yeah, again, the only thing that I don't like about driving this new Routemaster in OMSI 2 is the fact that I can't assign a key for that rear door. That's the one thing that's annoying. I do like my shortcut keys, and that's the one thing that does really bug me is I can't assign a key for that. I do have to manually do it. Apart from that, I don't mind driving this. I mean, on routes like this, it's spot on. Any high-speed countryside stuff, it isn't. It is limited, so it's a bit meh. But on stuff like this, it's absolutely ideal. Really quick acceleration off the mark, and not an issue to report at all. It is just a lovely motor. It's just, as I say, a shame I have to manually shut that door every time, because how I've assigned the keys for the other buses for it to work is for this one, it opens all your doors to start off with. And then you have to shut them individually. So it's not the most ideal. Ah, yeah, Battersea. Ah, cool. Never been here before. Seen photos. I've just never been here. Oh, we're here. Oh. Oh. I thought there was a bit more to it. Okay. Must have shot a bit quicker than I anticipated. Yeah, if you look at how early we did on that run, we were very, very, very early. Very early indeed. Very, very early.
24.
This bus terminates here. Please take all your belongings with you.
There we go. So yeah, that was the 24. Wasn't expecting to reach the terminus that quickly, but hey ho. I thoroughly enjoyed that run. Really, really nice route. Sort of from Hampstead Heath to Pimlico, through part of central London, Trafalgar Square, Camden Town. Again, really, really did enjoy the Camden Town element. This is a free to download map, so if you do have, oh my goodness, the bus is bouncing. So if you do have, I'll pause it. If you do have the London map, base London map, and you've bought that with all the buses in, and you do want to enhance off that for free, then this is certainly the map for you. So if you do already have the London project map, so you've obviously got the South London route, you've got the new Routemaster, London C400, Evo SETI, C200, and you've got all of that. You can then download this as well, as that is a requirement. There's a couple of other freeware requirements for this map to work. And then you can go, and you've got an additional London route for free. That, as I say, arguably, if it didn't include all the paywares items that it does in the map, arguably should you should have to pay for this as well, because the detail on this map is absolutely phenomenal. Hats off to the developer, and I do look forward to my next video where I'll do the return trip as well. So with all that said and done, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have done, do be sure to hit that like button so that more people can find it and enjoy like you have. And if you haven't already, do be sure to subscribe to the Boss Videos YouTube channel for more content like this with simulation section videos up to twice a week from OMSI 2, and hopefully a bit of Train Simulator as well. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this one, and I will see you all in the next video I make. Goodbye for now. Bye.